there, my name is Thiago and this is Inglês Everywhere, the podcast that helps you improve your English. I want to invite you to join me every week to take you to the next level, listening to all kinds of stories, fictional and non-fictional, as well as interviews. Welcome to Inglês Everywhere. Olá, ouvintes do Inglês Everywhere. Bom, para quem ainda não me conhece, me chamo Thiago, sou professor de inglês já há praticamente mais de 15 anos e o episódio de hoje foi uma gravação que eu fiz com alguns dos meus alunos. Eu pedi para que eles determinassem o que eles queriam discutir, então o nosso primeiro tema que vai ser exibido nesse episódio vai ser uma discussão sobre livros, tudo a respeito de livros, o estilo, o gênero que eles mais gostam, qual a recomendação que eles gostariam de dar para a nossa audiência, além de outras coisas relacionadas à leitura. Então, eu espero que vocês gostem, eu tenho bastante orgulho dos meus alunos, vocês vão ver quão fluentes eles são e eu espero que vocês gostem também. Vamos então ao episódio de hoje sobre leitura. So today we're going to be talking about books, which is something that I know everyone loves. But the first thing I want to do is to ask you about your favorite book genre. So maybe, Carol, can you tell us about what your favorite book genre is?
I think it is like sci-fi, fantasy, nothing that relates with the truth, our world.
Okay, I also like fantasy books, especially Harry Potter.
Yeah.
And science fiction is actually one of my favorite book genres that I learned to enjoy more recently.
Yes, in like dystopias.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, this kind of books I really like. And also, it's not like horror, but like suspense
Thrillers?
thrillers. Yes, they are really cool.
Okay, cool. What about you, Julia?
Probably the same because we like the same books, actually.
Yeah. We have similar tastes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is awesome
Okay.
because we have amazing taste of book.
Yeah, so we can talk about all kinds of things, and I guess most discussions we have in our classes, we mostly agree about everything.
Yeah.
I guess, right? We hardly ever argue.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. What about you, Carol?
Actually, my taste is a little different because I love this teenage romance,
Mm-hmm.
like the Paula Pimenta and Thalita Rebouças. I just love it.
Oh, cool.
It's perfect to me.
Nice. I know Thalita is quite famous. She writes for teenagers, I guess. What kind of stories does she write? Like love stories or problems that teenagers usually have? Tell me a little bit about what she writes about.
Both is like she writes about teenage love problems most of the time, and these kind of things like teenagers' lives and these common problems that we have.
Okay, nice. So you identify yourself with the problems that the characters have.
I don't identify myself, but I just like it.
Okay, I see it. Okay. My next question is about frequency. So how often do you guys read books?
Every day.
Every day.
Yeah.
Good.
Sometimes I can't, I don't have time to, but I try to read every day.
Nice. On average, how many pages would you say you read every day?
I don't know because it depends on the time that I have. I don't have.
So I imagine that on the weekends you read a lot more than during the weekdays.
Yeah.
Cool.
Usually, yeah.
What about Carol?
I read when I can because like Usually I'm very busy on the week, but now we are in quarantine, so I have plenty of time to read.
Yeah.
So I read when I have a new book or some book that I want to read again. Then I'm reading all the time.
This is
Do you have
funny.
it?
Sorry.
Go ahead, Julia.
This is funny because on quarantine I don't have time to read. I used to read so much more when we weren't in this period.
Okay. So, Carol, since you've been reading a lot now during the quarantine, do you have any idea how many books you have read so far?
So I, since the beginning of the quarantine, I've read all the Harry Potter books again,
Wow.
all the Percy Jackson books again, and the Divergent books again.
Wow.
Yeah, there's like a lot of books.
I know. That's nice. Julia, you're the opposite. You're not reading
Yeah.
that often. So, do you know how many books you've read so far since we began the quarantine?
Not that much. Probably, I don't know, 5, I guess.
5 is a good
4
number,
or
actually.
5. I
Yeah,
don't.
because how long has it been since we are locked?
3 months.
3 months.
It's a
So that's a
long
good
time.
average. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
It's been
like
taking forever.
in the first I think in the first period of the quarantine,
Hmm.
in the beginning, we the things at school were a little bit crazy.
Mhm.
So they weren't much organized. So I took the time to read a lot,
Hmm.
and now they are a little bit more organized. So I have a little less time.
I see. I see. What about you, Carol?
Actually, I'm not proud of myself because I didn't read any book in this quarantine because I start one and then I don't finish. Then I start another one and I don't finish.
Okay.
So
Yeah, so maybe it's time for you to reconsider everything and start reading one tonight.
yes.
Okay, so let's talk a little bit now about your favorite place in your house to read. Is there a favorite place where you feel more comfortable, cozier to read?
In my house, no, anywhere. But no, I don't actually have a place to read. I like to read everywhere because
Hmm.
reading is always so fun and so awesome. So, but I like to read at night
Okay.
before sleep. Mm.
Oh, nice, nice. What about Carol?
I don't have a favorite place. Like I read most of the time on my bedroom
Hmm.
because it's where I spend a lot of time. But I read all over the house.
Cool, cool. What about Carol?
I can read it anywhere in my house, but in my room it's not very good because I sleep like in I'm doing anything and I sleep. Using the telephone and I sleep. I'm watching TV and I sleep. I'm reading, I sleep. It's
So,
not a
Julia,
very good place to do things.
Yeah.
yeah, I can imagine. Julia, don't you have this problem because you said you like reading in your bedroom? So don't you feel like sleeping if when you're reading in your bed?
No, I don't, because I study in my bedroom. I do everything here,
Hmm.
so I don't I don't feel like this.
Okay, okay. Uh, Another thing, do you usually read just one book at a time, or you usually have
No.
like 3 books reading simultaneously? And
Two, three books,
how do you manage that?
2, 3 books. I don't know. When I want to read the book, then I just read.
Okay.
I don't like doing that. I do when I need to, like when school send
Hmm.
us a book, but I was already reading one, and then I read them together.
Hmm.
It's a little bit messy, but it works out.
Yeah, it does. It's actually good for the brain, right? Because you have to think about different characters in different settings. It's
Yeah,
a good exercise for the brain.
there was once that I was already reading a book at home. The school sent another book, and I was reading another book in the English. So it was a little bit crazy to remember all the stories, but in the end, everything was fine.
Yeah, yeah. What about Carol?
I have to read one book at a time, or I won't finish.
You get confused?
Yes.
That's the
I
magic.
see. Okay, let me ask you another question. I know in our classes we read a lot, and we of course read our books in English. But outside school, do you also read books in English?
I don't have. I just have like 2 or 3 books in English. I wish
Mm-hmm.
I could read more, but
Mm-hmm.
I'll try to read more English books.
I think you've told me that you once read a Sherlock Holmes story in English,
No,
right?
it's Animals Farm.
Ah, okay, okay, okay.
Yeah,
By
Sherlock Holmes. I
George
just
Orwell.
yeah,
George
George Orwell.
Orwell, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, okay. What about Carol?
I only have two books in English that are
Uh-huh.
biographies,
Yeah.
and I wish I had more, but they are more expensive
Mm-hmm.
than the ones in Portuguese. And sometimes, like, I love buying books about like Greek mythology, and the
Mm-hmm.
things are a little bit hard to
Yeah,
understand.
yeah.
But I want to buy the Harry Potter collection in English.
Mm-hmm. Yes. But let me give you this tip. You can also buy English books in, I mean, books in English using Kindle, for example. The price is not expensive. Sometimes the price is actually cheaper
Oh yeah,
than
that's true.
the translated version.
but you're the only one that likes to read at Kindle, because it's really terrible.
Yeah, so funny fact, I don't really like Kindle and I don't have one, but in this quarantine, I used to have a tablet when I was younger,
Mm-hmm.
and the tablet was here. So I like set it up again and took out everything that was on it, and I downloaded some books that I
Mm.
didn't have here but I wanted to read again, and it wasn't very good because of the light, and I spent
Uh-huh.
like the whole day in front of computer, tablet, and
Yeah.
cell phone, but it was good reading.
Yeah, yeah. Actually, it's funny because I think I'm the only one here who is more enthusiastic about using e-readers.
Yes,
Yeah,
Yeah.
you
Julia
are.
doesn't like e-readers. Do you, Julia?
No, I don't. I hate it. Cause you're a minimalist, so you like it. You should do an episode about it.
Okay, maybe, yeah, that's a good suggestion. But have you ever tried not using tablets because tablets is a different thing, but have you ever tried using an e-reader?
Yeah, I read once, but I hate it. That's why
Yeah,
I
you like
don't like.
so you like the smell, you're very
Yeah,
romantic about books, right?
yeah. I love keeping them
Okay.
on the at my
Shelf.
yeah, at my shelf and at my bedroom.
Okay,
Yeah,
I
I'm
see.
just like Julia.
Okay, what about Carol? Have you ever tried, Carol, using a Kindle or Kobo?
Yes, I didn't like to.
Okay, you guys are old.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Okay, so now let's get to the main part of our class, which is your favorite book. So, who would like to start?
I
Carol?
can go. Yeah. So I don't have a favorite book because I love a lot of books. They have special piece of my heart. But I think I'm going to talk about Harry Potter
Hmm.
because I read it recently, so it's
Okay.
fresher in my memory.
Hmm.
So I really love Harry Potter because I think the story is different. It's like it all starts with the boy who hasn't parents and is very badly treated by his uncles. So I think this point is cool because the other books are usually like perfect family, perfect story, perfect end, and I don't really like it. So Harry Potter, it's cool for that. And I don't know what to say about it. It's perfect,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I like the way J.K. Rowling wrote it,
Uh-huh.
and I'm just sad because she killed my favorite character.
Which is?
Yes, Sirius Black.
Oh my god.
So he's my favorite character. I don't know why. He just is. And I know a fun fact about his name that Sirius is the brightest star of Canis Major constellation. That is a big dog. And Sirius Black in the series of Harry Potter turns into a large uh, dog. So it's really really cool.
Mm, okay, okay. Carol, when you were reading the books, the first time you read the books, were you reading them as the books were being published?
No, no, no. I read the first time in 2017.
Okay, I think it was about the time when I started reading too.
Yeah, I had already seen the movies
Mm-hmm.
and I really liked, and I had a science teacher at school that she was really crazy about Harry Potter. She really loved it. And then I was like, okay, I'll buy it.
And
Okay,
she's
nice.
perfect, by the way.
Yeah.
The science teacher.
Yeah.
hmm
Okay, awesome. Okay, what about you, Julia?
Me?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna talk about my favorite book that I don't really know the name in English. It's something like the Joker Day or Wild Card Day. I don't know. It's from my favorite author too. That it's Justin Gardner, the author of Sophie's World. That it's very well known. So the book is about a mystery. Is about mystery, philosophy, and there's some life issues. The book is a story of Hans Thomas and his father traveling from southern Norway, is that right,
Mm-hmm.
to Greece in search of the boy's mother. So in the
Okay.
middle of the journey, they found a book that takes them on a journey in search of knowledge and philosophy. But what I find most incredible about the book is that he divided the book into four parts, each part of a suit, and each chapter is a card from the deck.
Oh, nice.
It's amazing. So he brings the philosophy in a very cool way and makes us reflect on life. The idea of the book actually began when he asked a question in the book Sophie's World. So I'm gonna just read it here.
Okay.
He, he said, have you ever thought that in a deck of cards there are many cards of diamonds and hearts, but only one joker? This is the question that the book is based on. So now I'm gonna just say a thing that I just like about a book. That the year has 52 weeks, right?
Yeah.
Exactly the amount of cards in a deck.
Mm-hmm.
So in this imaginary world, each card had 1 week. So in the year, so each chapter is represented by a card, as I said.
Mm-hmm.
But if you multiply 52 by 7, which is the number of days in a week, you just have 364 days, missing one, which is exactly the wild card day,
Mm.
which doesn't belong to any month or week. And he makes more analogies actually to the cards and the days of the year. But I think it will be really confused if I explain in here. But
Mm-hmm.
that's the book. It's really
Okay,
amazing.
Well,
that's very
it's
interesting.
really
Can you
Yeah,
repeat the title
interesting.
of the book?
it is. It's
What is the title?
in English.
Uh,
It
yeah, I don't think you know the title in English, right?
no, but in Portuguese is O Dia do Coringa.
O Dia do Coringa.
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh,
interesting.
it is. And Sophie's World is based on this book. It's from the same author, but it's because after Gardner finished writing the book, he thought of Hans Thomas, that is the boy, the that tells the story, going in a library and trying to find a philosophy book that he could actually understand for kids. So then he made Sophie's World. That
Mm,
it's easy to understand philosophy.
nice, very cool, very good recommendation for everyone here, actually. Nice. Okay, what about Carol? What do you have to recommend? I mean, your favorite book that you would recommend?
I don't have a favorite book, but since I said that I like these teenager romances, I
Mm-hmm.
will recommend a book by Paula Pimenta that I think every little girl would like. That is, I don't know the name in English, but it's Minha Vida Fora de Série. I don't know the translation of this in English,
Okay.
but it tells a story about a girl that fell in love with this boy called Rodrigo, and the girl's name is Priscilla, and it has the three more books, and the last one it's about the boy that went to Canada, and that is the thing. It's about his life there.
Okay, okay, nice. So here we have three books: Harry Potter, O Coringa.
O
I
Dia
forgot
do
the title.
Coringa.
O Dia do Coringa, and Carol, the title again.
Minha Vida Fora de Série.
Minha Vida Fora de Série. Okay. Well, let me give you a brief summary of my one of my favorite books. It's really difficult to think about one title only because we usually read books with different stories, different genres, and I think each book touches us in a different way. But since I like science fiction, one of my favorite books in the that is a science fiction book is a series which has a collection of seven books called The Foundation. And in this book, there is this main character whose name is Seldon. And during his life, he develops the theory of psychohistory. And in this theory, he is able to predict the future of a large population using statistics. All right. And well, the story is set in the future, like really, really far from now, and people are not living in on our planet anymore. We have already settled different planets and galaxies. I think there are about, at least at the beginning of the collection, they are settling around 50 planets, and all these planets are ruled by an empire. And Seldon is able to predict that very soon the political system is going to collapse. And then he is kidnapped by the emperor, and he's forced to transform the theory into practice. So they develop machines and everything, and through statistics, through lots of calculus, they are able to predict everything that is going to happen in the following years. And in all the following books, the story revolves around this theory.
That's awesome.
Okay,
Yeah, that's really cool. What's the
yeah.
name again?
Yeah.
It's well, the name of the series is the Foundation series, but each book has a specific title. Okay, but the author is Isaac Asimov.
Can you
Never
repeat the
heard.
name, please?
Yeah, the Foundation series.
Okay, thank you.
In Portuguese, they translated into Fundação.
Can we recommend more books?
Yes, please.
Um, I don't know. Um, Fahrenheit 451. Is this
Okay,
from Malaysia?
I just finished reading this one. So why would you recommend this one?
Because it tells so much about our society nowadays
Hmm.
and how people deal with education system and everything. It's amazing.
What about you, Carol?
Yeah, so I I like a series of books called Divergent. There are also
Hmm.
movies, but we forget the movies and focus on the books. They are really good
Yeah.
because they live in it is about a girl that lives in a world that was destroyed by war. And she in the first movie thinks, oh, the first book, she uh, only knows that her city exists and nothing more. So her city is divided in factions, and people need to fit in these five factions, or they live on the streets.
Hmm.
And then, like, she's from a faction that's abnegation. I think that's the name in English. And there, all the people are like, no, we need to serve the others and be good to the others, and like forget for they are not selfish. Let's say like this.
Hmm.
And then there is this day where 16-year-old teenagers, they can decide if they want to stay in the same faction they were born, or if they want to change it. And then she changes. She goes to Dauntless. They are like the protectors of the city, but they are very like vida loca. And then the story goes on for 3 books, and it's really good because it's not a perfect story. In some point she has a boyfriend, and like they fight all the time. And the end of the series, I'm not gonna tell what happened, but it's really shocking because you're not expecting that at all. And then you're like, oh my gosh, I don't know how she could do it. And I really really like the books. The movies, only the first one is good. The other ones are really bad.
I
The
see.
last one, it's horrible.
Yeah,
The
the last
movie,
one is really really
I
bad.
hate it, but I really like the books.
Okay, I haven't, to tell you the truth, I haven't, I have neither read the books nor watched the movies.
It's very
Uh,
good.
I have another recommendation.
okay.
Probably the name in English is In Search of Watership Down. I don't know, but it talks about a world of rabbits. That talks about the political system in a capitalist society. It's
Hmm.
it's like Animals Farm,
Okay.
but it's rabbits. It's amazing.
Okay. Awesome. Awesome. Okay, guys. So I think we can finish our discussion here for today.
Okay.
So thank you very much for your recommendations. They're very interesting ones. I'm going to add some of your recommendations to my list, and I'll definitely read them.
Okay.
So thank you.
Thanks for listening. Follow us on your favorite streaming service and Instagram at Inglês Everywhere to make sure you won't miss the next episode. See ya!